Thank you very much indeed, Madam Deputy Speaker, and my thanks to the Chairman of the Select Committee for the debate. And I want to also add my congratulations to the new member for Selby and Hastings. He gave an absolutely tremendous speech, full of patriotism and love of community. It's just what we need to hear from the Labour Party. So I'm very much welcome. He's an asset already to this place, and I look forward to the contribution he will make. Madam Deputy Speaker, it's a very good thing that the government is committing such a significant amount of money to the early years. Normally, I don't want to just boast about government spending as if it's a sort of proxy for good work on its own, but in this case, doubling the contribution that is being made from 4 billion to 8 billion is an absolutely tremendous demonstration of the government's belief in early years and in family policy. So I welcome it. And to echo the point made by my honourable friend from Stroud, she mentioned the importance of the birth rate and of fertility, the great challenge that the Western countries around the world face, and our country is going to have to grapple with. And I think it's very important that we do put money into families. My anxiety, though, is about the method of implementation, and particularly the effect on preschools. And when we're talking about institutions which themselves only deliver maybe 30 hours of education, of childcare per week, the effect of the increase in the free hours, which are not free hours, the funded hours, is to effectively make the state the sole buyer of those places at those preschools. So effectively, we're nationalising these schools and making them clients of government, and that might be okay. Nothing wrong with that in principle, except for the fact that government is traditionally not very good at setting prices. And if, as we see in Wiltshire, the price that is set is way below the actual amount of money that it costs to run the preschool, then we have a problem. We're distorting the market to the point of destruction. And I'm very concerned about the effect, particularly on preschools. Of course, nurseries, which run through the year, are able to cross-subsidise, charge private places as well, are able to do better. And so I'm afraid the effect might well be that we are driving parents into nursery provision, often lower quality, and out of the preschool sector. And I just want to quote quickly from a letter I received from, and I went to see them the other day, Little Dragons preschool in my constituency of Devizes, and they said this: the current direction of government policy is towards the state-funded impersonal supervision of children by profit-motivated businesses from the age of 2. I'm not saying that's all nurseries, but that is a concern. So I just want to make a very probably an oversimplistic suggestion to the Minister. We massively overcomplicate the provision of childcare and the way the funding works, to the great distress of families and, of course, of these providers. We're now putting £8 billion a year into early years. That's £6,500 per family. Why don't we just give that money, by some means or other, directly to families to use as they see fit? So particularly in the very early years, up to the age of 2, I think that could just be in the form of cash. I mean, a direct entitlement to parents to spend as they see fit, whether in formal or informal settings. And then as they go into the 3 and 4 years, through a voucher system, which can be redeemed at any registered institution, and of course should be allowed to be topped up. I think it's wrong that there should be a complete monopoly of state funding in these institutions. Why can't a charity like Little Dragons charge a little bit extra if it needs to? Of course, it would also provide a free place to a child or to a family that couldn't afford any additional fee. But they should be allowed to work that out themselves with their community. And of course, there is quite a significant universal credit childcare entitlement now that should enable people to support that cost. So I think we can be more imaginative and more flexible and more respectful of the choices that parents themselves want to make, both for the sake of their own family finances and the way they want to live their lives, but in order also to sustain a healthy and vibrant early years sector. Thank you.
Tyro Owatemi.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I'd like to start